belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, by Sham Yahweh Shai, by Hasham Mahavakar Kwadash. Name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahweh Shai, in who I reverence, and honors to the apostles. Excuse me just a minute. Let me make sure this is held up. To the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, I mean the very, 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 very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we are living in the last days of the last days. Whew. Stick to the scriptures. Stay in the scriptures. Serious things going on. Serious. Right? But you got to believe that Yahweh Shai is for you and not against you. I want to go to we're going to go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, Yahweh, and keep his commandments. So we got to fear him, and we got to keep his commandments. The fear is the beginning of wisdom. That's what we got to do. Fear the Lord, fear Yahweh Shai, and make sure we're keeping his commandments as we've been instructed to. And you notice today, I'm not on the highways and byways. Why? Because sometimes you want to withdraw yourself from all that. You know? Chaos, anarchy, foolishness. You want to invest your energy into those that deserve the energy. Yahweh Shai, he wasn't teaching everybody. When the Messiah was on the scene, he wasn't teaching everybody. He knew who he was teaching. Those that were worthy to get this word. And it says, check this out. And keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's man's whole purpose upon earth. Keep my commandments. Fear me, whole duty. People still talk about, what's the purpose? What's the meaning of life? Keep his commandments. That's the whole duty. That's what the Lord Yahushua wants you to do. Keep his commandments. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing. There's a lot of secret things going on. A lot of secret things. There's a lot of things, brothers, that are being put before our face that the people that run this world want us to accept. And it's evil. Every secret thing. So it's all right. You can try to hide things from me, but it's not really me. It's the Lord Yahweh Shai. So don't fear me. Fear Yahweh Shai. You got people that fear you. Scared of you. Fear Yahweh Shai. You scared of us. What we're going to think? You better fear the Lord. People doing stupid reprobate things out here. You fear the Lord. He's going to bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So you got to be careful what you're doing. You got to be careful what you're pushing out to the public. You have to be careful what you're doing. Right? Especially when it comes to the men of the Lord. These people, they don't fear the Lord. And how do you know they don't fear the Lord? By their actions. Or by what they do. Right? Because if you fear the Lord, there's certain things you're going to do. And there's certain things you're not going to do. If you really fear him. Now we mess up. Brothers, do we go off in the flesh? Here we go off. But there's certain boundaries that you're not going to cross. And these people are crossing them boundaries. And you know how you know we're winning? This is how you know we're winning, because guess what? When the enemy's reactive, when the enemy's trying to get something out of you, trying to prod you and push you, that means you're winning. That means we're winning. The enemy's trying to prod you, push you, put you in a situation that's not authentic. That means we are winning. Now they're sending out the honeypots now, baby. They're fine women, baby. That means we're winning. You understand? So we got to keep calm. You have to observe. Not everything you see, not everything we see, you need to run your mouth about it. Observe, look around you. Certain things keep to yourself. Certain things speak about. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. Right? Not everything you see you need to mention straight. But yeah, you call out evilness. You call it. You call it out. You're supposed to do that. Excuse me just a minute. So we're supposed to do that, brothers. Call out evil. Right? Stand for righteousness. Bro, if you really understood what was going on, you'd be so surprised. If you really understood what was going on. Just because you know things, it doesn't mean that you need to tell everyone. Yes, certain things are best kept to yourself. Certain things are best kept to yourself. Certain things. You understand? This is, bro, it's so real. But it's the Lord's. Listen, it's the Lord that uses men to expose the evil. You've always had that. You've always had men that warned you, get right, or this was going to happen, or that's going to happen. So it says he's going to bring every evil work it good, whether good or evil. So everything that's evil, that's being hidden in secret, that's being brought to the light now. That's why you're hearing about all these different scandals, right? And I want to let you brothers know concerning the program or whatever you want to call it. No, they don't have nothing on you. That's why they need to take pictures of you wherever you are. They need people standing there looking, right? Yeah, that is going on. They don't have nothing on you. If they did have something on you, you would have been locked up or something bad would have happened already. They don't. It's a group of people that need to come up with a false narrative that fits their agenda. That's what Satan does. Satan is the accuser of our brothers. You know, they're going to turn on that stupid fucking lawnmower now. But Satan is the accuser of the brethren. He accuses us before the Father. That's what he does. So anytime we go off, we do a sin, he's there reporting it back. Look, your servant just done this. That's his whole job. To accuse you. So he uses people to do that as well. You got this person looking at his handler. That woman looking at their handler. All being told what to do. No, you got the women drugging fast as well. They look good as well, baby. They look alright. Baba Kisha. Not all that. Probably, I don't know, 8 out of 10. They look alright. But yeah, a lot of things are going on. A lot of things are going on. Bro, we're moving things. I want to let the scriptures come out. I don't want to do too much talking. Bro, we're moving things, man. In the spiritual realm. We are a holy threat to the kingdom of darkness. Bro, does it take a whole what? It takes a whole city. Not even, this is deeper than that. Does it take a whole city to bring one person down? A whole entire city. So who's powerful? And our power comes from Yahweh Shai. Who's really powerful? Huh? Does it take a whole city? So you mean to tell me it takes the federal law enforcement, contractors, police, ambulances, your Royal Mail Service, UPS trucks, your local civilians that go to work from Monday to what? For some Friday, some Saturday, some Sunday, right? Your local office workers, control centers, helicopters, radio stations, hold on, all their resources, and you still can't bring an individual down. What does that say then? What does that say? All right, listen, bro. Listen, all we gotta do is just trust in the Lord. That's what we gotta do. But that's okay, because the Lord's exposing your asses now. And it takes traffickers as well. It takes surveillance. That what they haven't told you, brothers, as well. Some of us have been under surveillance for a long time. Some probably 2 years, some 5 years. You've been under surveillance. Where you're living right now, you've been surveilled. This has been happening for a long time. This is what they're not telling you. Illegally surveilled. Psalms 18. So if you've illegally surveilled someone for 5 years, 6 years, that's enough time to say, hold on, we noticed this ain't right. There's nothing. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. But it's okay, because the Lord Yahushua is going to bring you down. And everyone that's involved. Let's go to Psalms 18 and 13. 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord Yahushua, disappoint him, cast him down. Wait, this is what we're saying. Disappoint him. All them demons, these are people in high places, man. High places, high positions that are waging war against us. Arise, O Lord Yahushua, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So guess what? It says, deliver our soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. The wicked is Esau. That's the Lord's sword. That's his sword. That's who he uses to execute vengeance. From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life. So who has their portion in this life? The bankers, the elites, they have their portion in this life. They're living it up. But then they watch brothers, right, that we have something that they want, which is the soul, which is this truth, and certain people don't like that. So certain people say, you know what we're going to do? Because we got these money, because we got these resources, I want to see if we can control him and see if we can make him do what we want. There's people out there like that. Okay? There's people out there like that. Okay? That want to control people, man. Because they got the money to be able to do it. To a certain extent. And it says, Babakasha, and whose belly thou fillest with hid treasure, they are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. It says their belly is filled with hid treasure. What's that hid treasure? Right? Key thing, hid treasure. The hid treasure is wealth. You're talking about wealthy people. The people that are targeting, brothers, they're wealthy. They have sufficient funding. They control certain sectors of your community. So what they can do, they can not necessarily control you, but they can, you know, like the Truman Show, when they can place people, they can do that. Because they have the money and means to do that. Who controls the money can control your resources and somehow certain people that are none the wise. So you have to be able to see what's going on. You have to be able to see it. Right? There's all types of lies being told. All types of lies, apps. They're trying to get brothers, man. But we see. The Lord sees what you're doing. The Lord sees it. You know what I'm saying? And it says, Baba Kushal, now they're going to start with the noise campaigns. Remember, most of these people, they're controlled. They're controlled. They have a handler. Their handler is telling them what to do. And their handler is like the pimp. So consider your handler to be a pimp that's pimping out people. And the handler, he has interest. So if you have a handler, because he has interest in people, that's why you have a handler. The handler, he has interest in you. So you may have a handler that you never knew about that was trying to control what you do. You have them. But you break that by speaking truth and coming back to Yahweh Shai. A handler is someone that wants to plan out your life. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. But look how our life planned out. To serve Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. That's how our life planned out. And it's a beautiful, I'm not going to lie, the days were right. It's a nice, hot, sunny day. But they're spraying all types of chemtrails in the air, all types of poisons. This devil needs to go down. This devil needs to go down. Polluting the earth. Big ass chemtrails above my head. With piece of metal in it. And that's another form of this program as well. The reason why they do that, because with these chemtrails, it acts as a barium. I think it's barium oxide. Little piece of nano metals as well. This is how your body becomes a conductor for GPS. That's another reason why they're doing that as well. This man needs to go. It's the wicked that are ruling. The wicked. Right? So what else have we got? We're going to go what? We went to Psalm 17. And 15, that's for me, I behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. So what we got to do is put our trust in Yahweh Shai. Don't be swayed, man. Forget about what people are doing. It seems overwhelming, don't it? You're like, oh my God, that's a lot of people. It seems overwhelming, but you've got this far. Don't you get it? You've got this far. So if you've got this far, we can go even further. We can go even further. That's why you trust in the Lord Yahweh Shai. We can go further. Don't let these people put doubt in you, fear in you. They fear you then probably more than you fear them. Don't let these people scare you. Don't let them do that. They fear you. That's why they got to come in droves. They got to come in droves and so forth. That's someone that's scared. All right? Come on. So I want to go to Micah and jump straight to verse... come on. So let's go to Micah 6 and 10. Are they yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of wicked? In the house of the wicked? And the scant measure that is abominable. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and with the bag of deceitful weights? Right? For the rich men thereof are full of violence. The rich men are full of violence. Rich men are full of violence. Right? And the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Therefore I will make thee sick and smiting thee and making thee desolate because of thy sins. So the Lord, and guess what? He's going to cast down the wicked. He's casting down the wicked. You might not see it, but it's happening. All right? I want to go to Ephesians because we can't stress this enough. All right? Come on. Nice hot day today. Well, I wouldn't say nice, it's a hot day. Just because it's a hot day doesn't mean it's necessarily nice. Ain't nothing nice out here, man. Right? We're still fighting. We're still in a war. Okay? Let's go to Ephesians, Baba Kushar. Keep going, man. Don't give up. A lot of these people, they gave up, man. That's why they're disgruntled. That's why the people are disgruntled, because they gave up. That's why they're disgruntled, man. Excuse me. Bunch of losers. Bunch of sore losers, man. Bunch of bloody sore losers. All right? We got the victory. Don't forget that. You understand? We have the victory. Okay? Bear me just a minute. And it feels so good. And I'm learning to balance certain things out as well. Brothers, balance. Use balance, man. When we're dealing with the world, you got to be balanced. Dealing with people, you got to be balanced. Okay? We're going to go to Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Our strength comes from a higher source. And that's what makes them even more scared, because they know it. They see it. They see our strength is not physical. Our strength is spiritual. There goes the sirens now, noise campaigns. You see, they even use ambulances. Hold on, I thought people that work in the ambulance care sector, I thought they're supposed to be a help to society. No, they terrorize society, bro. You know what I'm saying? They use all these people. Remember, it's Satan against Yahweh Shai and the elect. You have to understand what we're involved in. You have to understand what you're involved in. And we're gonna speak about it. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Our strength comes from an invisible source. It's not that you can see physically, even though it may manifest physically. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The whole armor. Not some, not a little bit. Not 50%, not 60, not 70, not 80, not 90. Whole. All of it. So you need the armor to protect your breastplate, your chest, your knees, all them things. The whole armor. Everything. Protect your main arteries. Okay? But you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Wiles is tricks. So you can stand. When these tricks happen, you're able to stand firm. Wiles, always in the Greek, what is it? Methods, Greek, methodeia. The enemy has methods. So what does he do? The enemy, yeah, he strategizes against us. What do you think these people are doing when you step outside your crib? They're strategizing against you. Multitudes. He has methods. The wiles is methods, tricks. So just know the enemy is going to be using tricks, going to try to trick your mind, trick your senses. He's going to try to convince you what you're seeing, oh, that's not real. No, you don't want it to be real. Okay? For we stand against the wiles of the devil. So you got to be careful of them wiles, man. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Let's slow it down. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. When you're wrestling, what are you trying to do? What's the objective? To pin your opponent down. To pin the opponent down. By force. So what does that mean the enemy's trying to do? He's trying to pin us down. Excuse me. That's what the enemy's trying to do. Alright? That's what the enemy's trying to do. Oh, got my phone falling over now, baby. Shit, tripod just busted. Hold on just a minute. Let me just pause this. Leg just busted. Just see, that's Satan, hold on. Alright, so lucky about that, man. The thing just broke. I just recently got this tripod as well, you know. One of the legs just broke off. So let's continue anyway. We was on Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Principalities. Alright? So you may be looking at people and thinking, what's going on? Why are they acting that way? They're acting real demonic. It's not the person. It's the spirit inside of them that's doing that. Even when you see things getting orchestrated, that's not them. That's demons orchestrating that, using their vessels to orchestrate certain scenarios. Once you see that, that's where, and once you know that, the demons know that, so the demons get even more scared. That's why things are done covertly. Things are done covertly because that's how demons operate. Demons operate in the shadows. They don't want to make themselves known to you unless they're manifesting. So demons operate covertly. That's how they operate. Because they don't want you to know that they exist. Because maybe if you did know they existed, then you would cast them out. So that's what they do. They hide in people's bodies and have them doing stupid, silly stuff. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So you got to stop looking at the people and the person saying, that person done this, that got me mad. It wasn't them. A demon hijacked their body, like that movie The Fallen, and had them doing something to get underneath your skin so you could react. It's a spiritual battle. The moment one realizes that, that's when the war really, really begins. It's not flesh and blood. Now, do some of these people know what they're doing? Yeah, because they gave themselves to a demonic familiar spirit. But then others just don't know they're being used as a vessel. They're being used. Right? But against principalities, that word for principality is arche, the highest form of spirit. Arche. These are the principal spirits. These are chief. Look up the word arche. It means chief. Chief spirits, chief. The highest. That's what we're up against. And these are spirits that influence the people that you see around you every day. The same people that you're hearing saying, useless. They're being influenced by spirits. Spirits are getting them to say that. Spirits are getting them to come up against the brothers. It's not them. The moment you realize that, the moment you realize, well, now you know how to fight it. And against powers and against rulers. Powers, the powers that be. The powers. So there's powers that be that are in control of certain things, and they're the ones coming from, remember, powers, right? Powers is a force, right? The powers is a force. So who's the forces at work today? Huh? We're going to go to it. Against rulers of darkness of this world and rulers of darkness of this world. Rulers. So there's those that rule over darkness of this world. Rulers. So who are these rulers of darkness? These are people in positions. So this is coming from your medical field. This is coming from this could be coming from your court, judicial systems. This could be coming from certain construction companies. This could be coming from all politicians. It says rulers and forces. So the forces that are up against you, but yeah, they're the forces that these people are working with. Spiritual forces, dark forces, malevolent forces. It's people in high positions. Even certain school teachers, you may head teachers, whatever. It's forces of darkness. Because that's who they work for. They're the forces of darkness. Come on. And it says, of this world. So we're up against the forces of darkness of this world that's operating. That's why you have to be strong in this truth. Strong. This ain't no joke. This is life and death. And against spiritual wickedness in higher places. So when it's talking about forces of darkness of this world and spiritual wickedness, let's slow it down. Forces of darkness. So this is also going into witchcraft. Witchcraft, sorcerers, warlocks, witch covens, that operate under what? Darkness, right? What do you think's coming up against you? Do you think there's not spells placed upon you every day? You think they don't go into a dark room and burn candles and sage? It says dark forces. Read the new translation. It says cosmic forces. New age. You want to know who's coming up against you? It's them new ages, man. It's them new ages that are coming up against you. And the new ages, if any of you know about this type of stuff, these new ages, apparently this is one of the biggest satanic groups across the world, right? This new age thing. That's what's coming up against you as well. You know when you watch them videos and it says, I hope this finds you. They call themselves light workers. They call themselves chosen ones. You know that's all witchcraft, right? You know that's witchcraft. The chosen ones. Right? This is basically a satanic group that has networks all across the world. From UK to America to Switzerland to Ukraine. The New Agers are Satanists. I've told you this before. So when you start watching these type of videos, chosen ones. Yeah, they're chosen because Satan has his chosen. And God, Yahweh Shai, has his chosen. Yeah, this is why you got to be careful of deception. Let me slow it down. All right? They call themselves light workers. What's it? What's it? Seed work, whatever they call the rubbish. All right? They talk about vibrations. They talk about energies. They talk about frequencies. They talk about manifestation. That's another spirit. That's not of God. Now, was Yahushua able to manifest things? Yeah, but scripturally speaking, you got to watch out for these gurus, man. These new age gurus. That's spiritualism. That's not, the Bible ain't dealing with that. Yeah, even the demons are spiritual. What do you think you're against? What do you think you're fighting against? They contact the spiritual realm. They deal with dark arts. That's what's coming up against you. Dark arts. Dark forces. But we combat that by what? Proclaiming the light. And against spiritual wickedness in high places, the heavens. That's where the battle begins, in the heavens. So knowing that our battle begins in the heavens, all battles, what do we want to do? We want to take this to the heavens. That's where our advantage is. That's why, have you noticed, when you're praying more, when you're fasting more, what happens? There's a lot of disruptions. When brothers are praying, guess what you do? You're disrupting this. In the physical, you're disrupting the witches. You're disrupting their altars. You're disrupting their sacrifices, because they also do sacrifices. Yeah, they sacrifice people. They sacrifice animals. They sacrifice children. So you're disrupting all of that when you're in prayer and when you're fasting. Okay? And spiritual wickedness in high places. So you better put the armor on. You better have it on. Fully, because this ain't no joke. This is serious. This is serious. You got witch covens operating in pretty much every town, targeting people, looking for weaknesses, looking for a way to get up in there. And it says, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God. And the reason why, listen, they they could target man, but they mostly target women, single women, and children. The whole thing about the children now, long story short, the reason why they target children are happy. Children have a high energy source. So these people, remember, i.e. Satanists, where do they get their energy from? Children are what? They have energy. That's where they get their energy from. So there's principles and levels to what they do. Because there is their energy, there's also an energy aspect to what goes on as well. A huge energy aspect to what goes on. You better stay away from these people. The only time you want to be amongst them is when you're confronting their demons, man. Because they're harvesting. I know a lot of you see people, right, coming to the UK with suitcases. Why do you think they come to the UK? Huh? Why do you think they're doing that? I'll let you be the judge of that. All types of things are happening. All types. Right? We have to be in the spirit to be able to see what's going on and counter all this demonic warfare. Because it is demonic. And it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Put on this armor so you could withstand against the attacks of the enemy. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Your loins girt about with truth, and your breastplate of righteousness. It covers you. Truth is also a protection against lies, deception. Stand in truth. All we need to do is come out here and speak truth. Oh, they're going to follow you. They're going to jump in cars. Demons are going to jump in them. They're going to do the signal. But you don't need to be focused on that. As long as you're speaking truth and you don't get out of character, then you're fine. But the moment you step outside of that, because that's what they're hoping you would do, or they were hoping that you self-sabotage and destroy yourself. But as long as you don't do that, they have no power. That's what they're hoping brothers are going to do. Destroy themselves. Like that Joker scene, put the gun in your hand and make you blow your own brains out. Oh, they will also try you. There's a reason why. What they thought, remember, they're planning things every day. They're having meetings, they're planning things. So their whole thing now, their new thing is, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to follow him around everywhere. Wherever he goes, we're going to drive around and we're going to do it continually until he snaps or until we can't, until he loses. No, bro. Listen, the Lord's going to have you get in a car crash, man. And I've seen this as well. Cars crash, people die in their cars. All types of things are going to start happening, man. If you think you're going to do that, then think again. Yeah, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep antagonizing him and prodding at him until he snaps. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because the Lord Yahushua sees you. And he's going to get you out of here, man. He's going to destroy you as well. I know how these people think, because the Lord gives us what? Discernment. And he also puts in our mind what they're thinking as well. He does that. So yeah, we could read these people's minds, their intentions. We could do that. Their dark intentions that they have. Their evil thoughts. And it says, Brother Christian, they tried to destroy my life. You think I'm just going to sit back and let the enemy just... John 8, John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but to steal and to destroy. Still, kill and destroy. So that's what the devil wants to do. Steal what you have, kill and destroy. He has no mercy. So what, you just going to sit back? Nah. Well, we can't sit back. And he's using these people to do that as well. These useful idiots. Right? We can't just sit back and do that. They tried to destroy it. There's a lot of things that people are not mentioning. They infiltrated my life. They infiltrated my family. Certain members of my family. Or should I say they tried to? You got one fucking warlock. I'll be real. I just came to visit a family member, my mother, right? You got some fucking warlocks that move upstairs, monitoring spirits where my mother's living to get details. Bro, I know what's going on. You think I didn't see that? Yeah, they had people moving in, moving out where my mum lives. You think I don't see that? That's why you also got to pray for your family as well, right? And if it is what I think it is, then you're fucked. If it is what I think it is, then basically you're screwed. You're screwed. But I'm not gonna mention it because what's already explained what's already understood don't have to be explained. You're through. These people will try to infiltrate your family. They will try. They'll try to get details, monitor. They'll try that. We're talking about witchcraft here. Oi, the Lord Yahushua fights our battles. Tawadi Yahweh Shiri Yahushua. Bro, you mess with the wrong one. You mess with the wrong one. Out of all the... You don't do this at all, but of all the people... Oh, let's see if we can pick someone... let's pick this one. He seems very isolated. He seems a bit... You know, he doesn't talk that much. And let's pick him, not knowing that you just picked a potential member of the elect. You're fucked. You're fucked. You should have just left it. You should have just went on about your business and left it. But now you've picked a battle that you're not able to, you're not going to win it. Because you're not fighting against me. You're fighting against Yahushua and God. The worst type of battle you can pick. But these people, they don't want to go back now because there's so much guilt. There's so much guilt. There's so much they've done wrong. They don't want to go. That's that pride, man. Pride comes before a fall. That's that pride. They don't even want to say, no, maybe we were wrong. No, maybe we were wrong. They're doubling down. They're doubling down on that wickedness. They're doubling down on it every day. Every day. They're getting more and more people involved. You're going to get your asses destroyed and everybody along with you. If you had any sense, you would stop while you're at it. You would stop. But they're not going to because the Lord needs to do that. And yeah, the Lord can use one or two men to completely bring down a whole organization. The prophets done that. The prophets were mighty. Elijah brought down the prophets of Baal. 430, I believe it was. And Jezebel. He did have a moment where he ran, he hid, he was scared. Jezebel was seeking after his life. He wanted him dead. Jezebel. This was a woman. This was a powerful woman. She had men underneath her. She represented the occult today, Jezebel. She represented idolatry. She was a whore as well. She represented idolatry. She represented manipulation, idolatry, and so forth. And she was there to manipulate things behind closed doors. So, brothers, you're gonna see these spirits come up again, but you have to be strong. You can't always be in hiding. You have to come out and teach as well. Because the Jezebel spirit, it wants you to be hidden, always hidden. Nothing wrong with going into a certain place, but that's how it wants you. Anyways, the truth, listen, bro, we don't need to sweat. The truth will come out anyway, man. Truth will come out, brothers, of what's really going on. But it's all a test, by you. It's all a test. Everything's a test. All right? It's not, wickedness don't go on forever, does it? So there is an end to wickedness. It doesn't go on forever. Oh, another thing. Hold on. Starmer's still in office, right? Which I don't really get involved with all the politics too much, but he's still in office, right? Hold on. So you had a group of people that were signing a petition to get Starmer out of office. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure that wasn't directed at one of the brothers instead? Are you sure? If they really wanted him out of office, he would have been out of it. That's rubbish. That's ridiculous. It's bullshit. Are you sure that that signing, that wasn't for someone else? Are you sure? But the truth's going to come out, and everything that's hidden will come to light. Everything. What was happening last winter? Huh? Are you sure they weren't trying to get rid of brothers? Everything's going to come to light. Are you sure there wasn't going to be sacrifices behind closed doors during winter? Everything's going to come out. Are you sure they weren't trying to isolate you from a support system? Are you sure? Everything's going to come out. Why are you hiding for, man? Devil. Let's go to Ephesians 6 and 13. And having done all to stand, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Shod. Put on them shoes of righteousness. Shoes. Walk in truth. Hmm? And it says, and your feet, and with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So, guess another antidote for the enemy. Gospel. What does Satan hate? He hates when you're talking about the kingdom. See, a lot of it is distractions. Talk about the kingdom more. Talk about the kingdom of Yahweh by Sham Yahushai. Because the enemy hates that. Doesn't want you talking about that. The enemy wants you complaining about gang stalking. How people are following. That's what he wants you to complain. He wants you stuck. These people, they want you stuck. Bro, I figured this thing out. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Why people do what they do. There's a lot of insecure people out here, man. And it says, Baba Kashar, above all, taking a shield of faith, where we shall be able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. Shield. Shield. What does a shield do? It covers you. It protects you. So faith, if you don't have it, then you're not shielded. Therefore, the enemy knows the scriptures as well. So he's going to think, well, hold on a minute. I need to do something where I can make sure he has less faith. Because the faith is a shield. So we need to have as much faith as possible. All right? Knowing that it's a shield. That's what we need to do. So let's put on faith as a shield. That's our protection. If you don't have it, you're not protected. We need to do that by all means. Okay? And it says, Baba Kashab, check this out. Yeah, but Satan's on my ass, bro. But that don't matter. Because we are more than conquerors. You have to believe, you have to have faith. All right? Believe, have faith. Okay? Come on. Ephesians 6. I'm going to jump straight to verse 16. Where we shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Quench. Quench. So when you have faith, the the things that are being, all throughout the day, the things that are being shot at you, the shield is quenching that. Ping, bouncing off. Ping, bouncing off. Ping, bouncing off. It's pinging off. These are the things that happen during the day. Fiery darts. He's going to use anybody that's accessible to get to you. Let me just check the time. 12:18, all right. I'm going to chill out. I'm not going to rush. I'm going to chill. It's nice day. I'm going to chill out in the sun as well. Well, I've got to stop saying that. It's not a nice day. The weather's nice, but that doesn't mean it's a nice day. We're still in a battle. And it says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, the helmet of salvation. So in other words, we also got to use scriptures to defend our mind, because our mind, that's the main place that they're trying to attack. That's why they walk past you and they'll say something to try to get into your unconscious, your conscience. So we also got to have our minds protected as well from lies, right? And the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, Yahweh Shai. So this is a sword. Put it on. So you got to know when to defense and attack, right? Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit. I'm watching there with all perseverance and for the saints. Praying, prayer. Oi, I've been switching up my praying methods now. I've been praying without ceasing. It's really helped. Guess what? The attacks that I get, they've lessened. I still get it, but it's lessened. Especially at night, because I'm praying more. So even them attacks, they've lessened now. Because I'm praying more. That's why prayer is so important. That's how you cast down what the enemy does. Hold on. That's how you cast down what the enemy does. Prayer, supplication. And please don't let these people fool you. You know they have the dog, right? They have the little dog, and they're told to stroke that dog. Make sure you see it. Bro, they're not in control of you. Let me tell you something to those that do that dumb shit. They have the little dog, right, on the leads. Listen, that's what your handlers are doing to you. That's what Satan's doing to you. That's what, bro. Satan ain't controlling us. I don't know what they told you. Because they do little stupid dumb shit as well. Dumb techniques. They have their dog. Come on, Roger. That's what your handlers doing to you. These people, they're not free. They're slaves. They're trying to convince you that you're like them. No. You broken them chains, man. So they got to try to convince you, fool your mind. This is all psychology. It's all spiritual warfare. They're trying to get into your heads. That's why you have to be rooted in these scriptures. And say, hold on, okay. This is why this person's doing that. This is why the person over there is doing this. Because you're able to you're able to read people. Trying to convince you you're like them. You're nothing like them. I am from above, you're from below. You are of this world, I am not of this world. Brothers, we're not of this world, excuse me. We're not of this world, man. Trying to convince us we're like you. We're nothing like you, man. We're not of this world. Yahushua was not of this world. He even said that. He was of another fashion. He was moving differently. He wasn't moving like you. We're not of this world, brothers. We're not of this world at all. All right? We're different. Weird. A little bit weird. Strange. Peculiar. You're a peculiar people. We're not of this world. We're here on a mission. We're here what visitors right now? What an assignment, spiritual, righteous assignment. To change up the atmosphere. Certain brothers are here to make a change. That's what we're here for. But then you got the demons and the agents that want to stop that. But thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, the gates of hell shall not prevail against the church. See, your gatekeepers, they're really wasting their time. See these people walking up and down? They're the so-called gatekeepers. You ain't gatekeeping shit. Because the scripture said the Lord Yahweh has given us the keys. He's given us the keys of David. And he says, when I open, no man can shut. When I shut, no man can open. That's why I say, go through them doors. The doors are there. But yeah, you're going to have people that they don't want you to get into them gates. But the doors are open. Because Yahweh Shai is opening it. So what can they do? They're trying to stop certain opportunities. They've been trying to do that from the moment I was born. But then you overcome, then you overcome, then you overcome. And it's like, well, that proves they were just useless. Doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to stop this word from getting out. And the more you come up against it, the more you're going to get destroyed. So prayer is so fundamental as well, but make sure you're praying. I'm going to shut off soon. See what else we got. We got Wisdom of Solomon. And I want to jump straight to 9. And they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Whew. You put your trust in Yahshua, you're going to understand the truth. It's not going to be a hard thing. And such as be as faithful in love and shall abide with him for grace and mercy so as to be saints. And he has care for his elect. He has great care for his elect. Great care. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. The ungodly shall be punished according to their own what? Imaginations. So they're going to get got. Why? Because their own wicked imaginations. You're going to get got. And you can't blame us. Well, why did this happen? It happened because you were being wicked. That's why it happened, because you were being wicked. And it says, but we're going to shut off soon. And it says, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord, for whosoever despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable. So these people really deep down, if they despise this word and nurture, they're miserable. Don't worry, if you see the fake smiles, they give you that little cheesy fake smirk, then it's probably lasts 3-4 seconds. Then behind that fake smirk is depression, misery. And their hope is vain. And their labors unfruitful. And their works unprofitable. All right? Their wives are foolish, their children wicked. Their offspring is cursed. Wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of their souls. And blessed is the Enoch, which with his hands have wrought no iniquity, nor imagine wicked things against God. The Enoch is someone that doesn't have a woman. And he has his, he doesn't have he has his rod cut off, I think. For unto him shall be given it. He doesn't really have to have your rod cut off. All right? But he doesn't have a woman. Baba Kishah. And it says, Baba Kishah, for unto him shall be given a special gift of faith and inheritance in the temple of the Lord, more acceptable to his mind. For glorious is the fruit of good labors, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection, and the seed of the unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded, and their last days shall be without honor. Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. So we want to hope for that righteous generation, not the unrighteous generation. Better it is to have no children, to have virtue. For the memory of is immortal, because it is known with God and with men. So it's better to have no children, to have virtue, for the memory thereof is immortal, because it is known with God and with men. When it is present, men take example at it, and when it is gone, they desire it. It weareth a crown and triumpheth forever, having gotten the victory, striving for undefiled rewards. But the multiplying broad of the ungodly shall not thrive, nor take deep rooting from bastard lips, nor lay any fast foundation. For though they flourish in branches for a time, yet standing not fast, they shall be shaken with the wind, and through the force of winds they shall be rooted out. The imperfect branches shall be broken off, their fruit unprofitable, not ripe to eat. Yeah, meat for nothing. In other words, good for nothing, useless. The children begotten of unlawful beds are witness of their wickedness against their parents in their trial. But though their righteousness be prevented with death, yet shall be in rest. For honourable wage is not that which standeth in the length of time, nor that which is measured by the number of years. By wisdom is of the grey hair unto men, and an unspotted life is old age. He pleased God and was beloved of him, so that the living among sinners he was translated. Yet speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness shall alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. So there's certain brothers, they're speedily taken away from us, lest they shall be beguiled by what? Evil. For the bewitching of naughtiness, of obscure things. You see what these tactics these people use? The bewitching of naughtiness, stuff, obscure things that are honest. So you have people that will try to bewitch you and push sin on you, to obscure your mind, to corrupt you. All right? And it says, and the wondering of conspicuous stuff undermine the simple mind. He being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time. So there's certain brothers, yeah, they were young men in the truth, but they became perfect in such a short time. For his soul pleased the Lord, therefore hastened he to take him away from the wicked. This is why certain brothers pass on. Because they pleased the Lord so much, he hastened to take away his soul from the wicked. Lest that man should be corrupted. These people so I understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he hath respect unto his chosen. Thus the righteous that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are living, and youth that is soon perfected the many years of old age of unrighteous. For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand what God is in his counsel have decreed of him. And to what end the Lord shall have set him in safety. They shall see him and despise him, but God shall laugh them to scorn. And they shall hereafter be a vile carcass, and a reproach among the dead forevermore. Right? And he said, we're going to shut up, for he shall rend them and cast them dead down headlong, and they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste, and be in sorrow, and their memory shall perish. And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquity shall convince them to their face. One more little bit. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, but before the face of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. So then there's going to be that time when the righteous are going to be standing in great boldness before those that afflicted us. Okay? When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear, and shall be amazed with what? Amazed at the terrible strength of yourself. This is going to be a lot of people. They're going to be very surprised. Oh my God, how is he getting saved? How is that man getting delivered by Yahweh Shai? So far beyond all they look for. They repenting and groaning with anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. Come on. We fools account his life madness. Madness, you see that, right? Mad. We fool counted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How was he numbered among the children of God, and his lot among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined on us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. There you go. Bro, the people, they're going to find out sooner or later. You were coming up, you're going to be in shame. You were coming up against certain men of the Lord. You're going to be in shame. And you're going to have to give an account for that to the Lord. So I'm going to shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.